Series B term sheet. It was actually a wet signature, which is, very rare nowadays.
We have an exclusive, fresh off the term sheet.
Fresh off the term sheet.
Straight to Sourcery.
Straight here. Series B is one of the harder rounds, if not probably the hardest. Wander is a company that's entire purpose is to solve a problem. Really, it's a verticalized marketplace, which means that we own the booking platform and the distribution, but we also have, this curation on the underlying inventory. And then all of the inventory is ran to this consistent standard, almost hotel-like. And so when you pair those different dynamics together, you're able to solve the customer experience problem.
John Andrew, welcome to Sourcery.
Thank you so much for having me.
First, thank you to Joshua Browder for the introduction. Shout out to Do Not Pay and Browder Capital.
Thanks, Josh.
Sponsored by Browder Capital. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways.
The premier pre-seed investor.
Well, big congratulations on your Series B.
Thank you.
I know this was a massive opportunity for you, and I'd love to know everything about it.
Okay, well, yesterday or the day before, I do not remember, we signed our Series B term sheet. It was actually a wet signature, which is, very rare nowadays.
We have an exclusive, fresh off the term sheet.
Fresh off the term sheet. So we don't actually know.
Straight to Sourcery.
Straight here. We don't know exactly how big the round is going to be.
Question
marks. But yeah, it's all happening live.
This will all be edited with the exact amount. Hopefully the lead is still the lead.
I love if it shined. Can you do that kind of editing? There. With a rainbow. Maybe some unicorns or something.
So who led this round and what was the process like for you?
Yeah, so the round is led by QED, who is an internal investor. They led our Series A. And the process has been really fascinating. I think that the Series B is one of the harder rounds, if not probably the hardest. And the reason for that is that you have to hit pretty incredible milestones. I'd say that probably today the minimum threshold is around 5 million of ARR, but really like 10 to 15 is starting to become standard. The sort of goalposts have moved quite a bit. And so I'd say that's rather difficult. You have to build a high growth company, a good executive team. You actually have to have product market fit. And so I'd say that those are the things that make it challenging. And then also too, we're in a macro and a period where you don't know what firms are active or not active.
Yeah.
You don't know how much money folks still have to deploy or not. And so you kind of have to run a little bit of a larger process to
Which partners are going to stay at the firm.
Exactly. So it's very complicated right now for founders, but it's definitely navigable.
So speaking of metrics, can you share some of your metrics?
Yeah. So we've been super fortunate. Wander's grown quite a bit. We just passed 1,000 locations, which is super exciting.
Congrats.
So thank you. Yeah. We feels like yesterday we had like 2 locations on the platform, and people are like, "What is the point of what you're doing?" And I'm like, "Well, one day
Fight for the location."
Yeah, maybe there'll be more. Hopefully. So yeah, we've grown locations on platform about 14x year over year. Our net promoter score is 85 for Q1, which is super high.
Wow.
We're cresting a $40 million GMV run rate. I think we're targeting to finish the year around 80. So yeah, a lot of good growth. I feel very fortunate.
That's fantastic. So to get to basics, could you just explain what Wander is and the evolution of the company?
Totally. So when explaining Wander, I always ask the question, like, have you ever had a bad vacation rental experience? Whether it's bad Airbnb or VRBO, get there, it doesn't look like the photos, et cetera. And the reason why I start with that question is because at the end of the day, Wander is